not going to get this out on YouTube until postponed because they're pulling it's just an automated thing, but it's all arbitrary. It's all bullshit. If I had 2 videos uploads on the 18th, one on the 19th, and then the only other one was on the 17th, that can't possibly be that I've exceeded my limit. That it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So it's arbitrary. It's stupid, but nothing I can do about it. Just add it to the list, okay? My mom's taking stuff from my bedroom, just like her crazy third husband used to do to us. She's doing to me. I said to her, I said, she returned something that was a piece of paper. But no, and know what she says to me? If you don't want me to go on your bedroom, have so-and-so the contractor's name put a lock on your door out for the outside. Mom, I tried to do that, and it doesn't work, and we had to remove the other lock, and, I thought I could trust you that I don't have to lock my bedroom just in case it gets jammed, and then essentially I'm going to do whatever fuck I want, okay? She's out of her mind, but again, police were here yesterday who I didn't call, and they didn't take her. She said, you can't take me without a warrant, and they left. If she's not sectioned, they can't take her against her will, even if I call. That's why a long time ago, when she was living in Auntie's apartment, Auntie called, and my mom had 10 police in her apartment, and she wouldn't go voluntarily, and they had to leave. So, I didn't call them. Bottom line is, they didn't take her. The same thing can happen to me if I call, and then that just makes me hate her more. I'm sorry, her hates me, not hate her. I've got to correct that. Her hate me. The last thing I do is hate her, okay? I ache for her. I came home here yesterday crying because the neighbors had told me that the ambulance had taken her away, and then I see a ghost because before I get my lock on the door, she's standing there. I'm like, how are you here? How is this possible? I wouldn't have come home. I told her, okay, I'm like, I wouldn't have come home if I knew you were here. I wouldn't have come home. All she's doing is buying time. Okay, they didn't take her, but it's gonna happen, and she'll be sectioned, and that's the ghost. She thinks she can't be sectioned. She's up 10 to 1:30. I can't even rejoice when she goes to bed early because she gets up to pee and stays up. She essentially said, I'm gonna take stuff from your room if you're not home because you're basically punishing me for leaving. And again, of course I'm leaving. I never know when people are gonna show up here. This is all madness. And it is madness in a way that I, at this time, can't tell you because there's too many people, there's too many hands in the pot, there's too many pieces of pie, whatever you want to call it. It's not just me dealing with my mother. It's a whole bunch of her friends who are mentally ill and who think there's nothing wrong with her. Her professionals who, either have ulterior motives against me or any number of things. Any number of things you can think of. It is madness. And the pieces of the puzzle, if you knew everything, you would be like, Laura, how do you survive it? How do you do it without going cuckoo yourself? Because I just, almost like it's an illusion, like it's not really happening. That's how I do it. I blast my music in my ears. That's how I do it. Because it's madness, and it's not just involving her. It's involving too many people, professional and otherwise. And I almost didn't make it out of here before everybody showed up yesterday, including elder services. But in my gut, I desperately wanted to blow dry my hair because I've been taking baths and showers and washing my hair, but I didn't go in places. And remember, I didn't make it to my haircut. Just like those 4 sorority on Dead Man Bluff or whatever in California got squished, got killed. That could have easily happened to me the other day. Easily. And the cop probably saved me. I think he saw the tall blonde with the, he saved me nonetheless. I might have been killed. Could have happened easily. It's a fast road, and I was this close to traffic. And there's no reason for it. It's because she has me so frazzled that I misread something really stupid on Google Maps and got dropped off in Timbuktu. And then was told I was about an hour from my real destination. It was supposed to be an 8-minute walk, and I decided to hoof it rather than sit there for an hour to wait for the bus to come back the other direction. Because that's what I always do. But you can't do that in unfamiliar territory. You don't know if you're going to run into a fucking highway, Laura. No, I do know I'm not going to run into a fucking highway. Whoever's going to say that, because the bus came in this direction. We didn't go over any fucking highway. Okay, so I knew I would run into a highway, but... I had a good talk with Selena. Again, I can only take her in small doses, but even though she ripped me a new one and had me in tears and whatnot before, she was just trying to protect my mom. Thinking I'm forcing my mom to go to Joe's and whatnot. And, Selena has her own things, her own problems, and I feel bad for her. And she also will betray my mom and tell me the truth, and I like that. My mom will think she's confiding in Selena, and Selena will tell me. Not everything, but important things. Like my mom's going to tell everyone in her life that I did decades ago phone sex for a living. Selena's horrified about that. She got all upset. I'm like, that my mom was going to do that. I'm like, who cares? I'm not going to care. I mean, it was decades ago. It's not now. It's not last month. It's not last year. It was 3 decades ago. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if I was a fucking prostitute 3 decades ago? I wasn't. 3 decades ago. No, I wasn't a prostitute, let's put it that way. I didn't get money. Anyhow, ever. She's out of her mind crazy, and I'm not, again, I got my proof yesterday. Somebody else called the police, and they did not take her against her will, and they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Many years ago, Auntie was lying to them to get them to take her, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Saying that she hurt, I'm not going to say that my mom hurt the animals just so they'll take her, just because you and I know that she needs to be hospitalized, but I'm not going to fucking lie. I'm also never, so yeah, they didn't take her. She has to be sectioned. Okay? But there's madness going on that if you knew about it, because it's all interconnecting. And it has to do with a lot of things. It has to do with how she gets places and transportation and this, that, and what have you. And it's madness. It could lead to something bad happening to her, but it's not my problem. I'm not her keeper. If I was her keeper, this wouldn't be happening, because these people would have to respect me if I was my mom's guardian, right? Because I'm not her guardian. They listen to her. Every word comes out of her mouth against me. They take it as the gospel truth. They have ulterior motives. Ulterior motives being, as Joe would sarcastically put it, separating me from my mom so they can ultimately separate my mom from her property. And also just because they can have total control. Okay? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But Selena and I had a good talk. She was like, what is wrong with your mom? She's worse than ever. And we know what it is. My mom cannot accept reality. She's on a lifetime of practically, half her life of these meds that are toxic, indisputably. She can't accept reality. And like Selena said, you can't give her back her youth. And I said to Selena before Selena confirmed it, I said, she's jealous of me. She's like, yo. She's mad that I'm not on meds and I don't go into mental hospitals. And she'll even say, you belong on meds, you belong in a mental hospital. Proof of that. So she's jealous of me. She's upset that Selena says, don't call her older or getting older. No, she's old. Don't say that to her. She'll be all upset. I'm not going to say it to her. I'll say it to you. Okay? Suzanne Summers just died at my mom's age. 77 is not older. 77 is old, but if you want to pretend it's not and say 90s are old, 77 is older, be my guest. The fact is, my mother's unable to accept reality. She is, and so she wants her youth back and can't have it, and she's going to just be a tornado and everything in her path, and she's going to be like a drowning person, and I have the right to not have her pull me down with her. Don't I? I'm in my mid-50s now. Don't I have a right to say enough is enough? And that means walking away from everything. Because this house, the drama, if Elder Services is going to get involved and try to go, I'm not doing it. And Selena's like, but that's your rightful inheritance, and she does all, she wanted you. It doesn't matter. It's not worth it to me anymore. I'm going to end up dead. I need to be with Joe. I can't deal with it. Elder services involved now. I'm done. Fuck this fucking house. I wanted her to sell it before I went to Joe's before and go into assisted living. And she wouldn't do it. She refused. She lives in La La Land where she's perfectly fine. I'm the problem. And she's fine to live alone, which is a bunch of bullshit. She can't live alone. And that's it. I can't do it anymore. I came home crying yesterday, expecting, okay, it's over. She's in the hospital, and she was sitting here. And then I was had no sleep. I would have been better off sleeping in a chair at the mall. And in peace. And then she let me sleep less than 3 hours before she's singing loud at the top of her lungs and pounding on my door for me to make her dinner. And it wasn't even 3 hours. I'm lucky it's that long, though. If you have one of the truth, she watched Twilight. I have a Twilight on her, and she would never. I'm lucky she didn't do it after an hour. Remember, she does whatever she wants. And I said to Lena, we can't blame all of this on her illness, the way she was bad-mouthing me to that stranger, making that stranger think. But my mom never said that she said the opposite. She said, I don't fear for my life, okay? But the fact is, she's just saying all this crap, and she has a captive audience, and just killing me, you know? I'm like, good, if I'm such a monster, I'll walk away, and you can't survive 2 seconds, and we've proven that, you know? The things you don't know, if you knew the whole story, you'd be disgusted. I became friends with a youth, and I won't do it again, so don't ask. I won't do it again. He earned it after over a year of being consistently nice and not hitting on me and not being like, can we get together? Okay? But he earned my trust, and he got my email address. And I told him all about this shit, and he was in fucking shock. He's like, they can't do that. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. I can't do anything. But he was in shock. Anyone I tell is in shock. They're not like, no, you're in the wrong, Laura. No, they're in the wrong. They're motherfucking just whatever. You can't deal with it anymore. Okay, I can't deal with it anymore. I was walking away. I'm going to Joe's, walking away. Just because yesterday she didn't, they're gonna do it with a section. She's gonna get in the hospital. It's inevitable. But it's not going to be me. Okay? It's not going to be me picking up the phone and calling the police. That doesn't work. She's able to convince them she's fine. And we have deeper that the hospital doesn't help her at all. And they treat me like dog crap. So why am I going to hand my mom over to them? I know someone else is going to eventually, but I'm not going to do it. Why should I? Plus, I'm not going to be involved anyway. If my mom goes in again, she's going to hate me. She's already, I already changed my phone number so no one can reach me. You know, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I told Selena, I'm not going to be a hypocrite, Selena. If I said, I knew the second that I went to Joe's, my mom, she might went to the hospital before then. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Or my mom's in the hospital now, I'm going to suddenly pretend that we're best buddies and whatever. No, she, years ago, got the social workers who didn't like me from before because I stand up for myself and whatnot, and they want to walk all over me. They want to treat me like I'm my mom, and they want to walk all over me if I challenged their anything. And then I had that fucking social worker. I knew I didn't like her. And my mom's back in that same place because you run out of mental hospitals. She's been in so many here in Massachusetts. It's not funny. She's been numerous times, and numerous ones are running out of them for her to go to. We have ones we refuse to let her go to, so the list is small. Yeah, I'm calling to find out about my mom. Oh, talk to me like this. Oh, sorry, Laura, but your mom doesn't want anything to do with you, and there's nothing we can do. We can't talk to you unless your mom wants us to talk to you. Click. Smug and snide because she knew I didn't like her, and I had said when my mom went back in there, I don't want her to have you specifically, you know, and because I don't want to deal with you because I'm the healthcare proxy, and they hadn't declared my mom incompetent. So just because one place does, they're more ethical. Other places don't declare the patient incompetent because then they have to deal with the family member instead of the out of their mind patient. It's all a fucking game. I could write a book about it, okay? And this whole shit, I'm filled with things I cannot tell you. But if I could tell you, and I will when I get to Joe's, But I still won't reveal everything because I'm not going to say specifics about my mom, and where she lives and all that. But I could say it in general. And in general, it's madness. Not because she's mad, indisputably, because the whole situation is madness. And the only way I don't go mad is I don't let myself be sucked in. People are letting themselves get sucked into everything these days. Okay? I'm like an observer. I'm like, all right, my mom's taking everything from my bedroom. I'll have to check her room when I get a chance and find all the things. She already returned something. I'm missing my brush. She probably has it. She has a similar one, but in her brain, she's going to take mine, and maybe she misplaced hers. Because where's my brush? My room's spotless. Where's my brush? And again, this can't go out to YouTube because I have this arbitrary thing that you never know what it's going to say. You've exceeded your video limit. I'm running the